We are at HGC. This is going to be the year-end review for 1997. We're going to start off looking at the Power 500 as I feel like that's something we'll have fun to look at. The top 20 we'll just go over. Luis Montero, Mexico, our own Eric Tyler. Then Burning Hammer, the Wrestling Gods are like 15 out of the 20, give or take. They have Brutal Lexi, Dread, which is with PGHW, our own Sid Streets, but half of that was with SWF. Another guy in Japan, Bruce the Giant. I was surprised that he made it this like. I guess it's just from a volume perspective is what brought him up because like his match ratings aren't really that great, I guess. But like he just has so many matches. Well, I guess honestly, I guess no. I guess his ratings are pretty solid. His highs are pretty. He just has a lot of like good tag matches, especially in the middle here, early middle, and when he's in losing to Stuart Ferdinand. That's wild. Um, what an interesting development. Bruce the Giant going to Burning Hammer, the Wrestling Gods is going to be for the long term of the save. Rory McCallum, who is a guy that I could have signed, I thought about signing, but we chose just to go with Sid Streets. And Rory has had a good year at SWF. Dennis Butler is a guy we have our eye on next year as a potential guy to join our company. Um, Absolutely fantastic. He's only 29 years old, but I think he has some drug issues. He's a drinker, which is pretty bad for long-term use in TEW. So I wouldn't have my hopes for him being too effective too long. We have this gentleman who I'd never heard of. He's an absolute stud, but he is really on his last legs. He's Gilmore's groin injury. Ouch. Another Burning Hammer, the Wrestling Gods. So if you look, like they have just so many matches. Eric Tyler, like 20 matches for us. Um, let's see. We'll just sort by our company here when we get there. Elemental, he's another one who was he the one that left? No, Elemental, he's the one who left, right? No? I thought one of the Elementals left Burning Hammer or was going to. I guess I misspoke. Sean McFly, who's another one. He's SWF's like number two right now behind Christian Faith, as they're a one-two punch of just excellent in-ring workers. Christian Faith is just an absolute animal on the mic, though. We got Sean McFly is the current SWF champion. Christian Faith plays six. I thought he could have been a contender for number one, as he is just absolutely amazing. He's like a post, I guess, Christian Faith. I imagine the thought is he's Shawn Michaels after Shawn became born again, but in his prime. And then the top five are all gentlemen from Burning Hammer of the Wrestling Gods, but which I'm not too familiar with the lore in Japan and TEW Seaverse lore. So for us, Sid Streets, if you look here, 72, 76, 73, 70, 68, 80, 80, 77, 75. And we know he's starting off this year hot with his 96 rating on our previous episode. Eric Tyler, absolute stud for us. Which, if you take out the match versus Whistler, oh my god, why was it so bad? Especially compared to the one with Golden Fox. Like, how do you. Maybe Whistler leaving the company wasn't that bad of a deal. It seems like we're doing pretty fine. Ripcord. So if you look, Ripcord only had 14 matches, but his rating of 82 compared to like the guys in the top 10, they have like 30 matches. So there's Ripcord, Brian Vesey, another one just stud. Where Liberty had pretty good year. Honestly, better than I thought. I guess he's just consistently solid. Sam Strong barely making the list of what's called since he only had 11 matches. Um, yeah, and then Robert Oxford making the top 100, especially considering a lot of his matches were like till March here in the low 50s, 40s, 60s, like not that great. Right, but that's the Power 500. So let's look at the annual awards and see. It's gonna be a lot of Burning Hammer. See if there's anyone in like stateside. So Sean McFly won male young wrestler of the year at 24. What a career he's gonna have, as he's only 24, 23 in the game. Dredd is the independent worker of the year, but he's signed to an exclusive deal, so I don't know how that works. The hype was it last year, funnily enough. Yep, Burning Hammer of the Gods was, yep, 9 years running. Most improved was Ollie. Burning Hammer had match of the year. Um, so Kudo is an absolute stud because right here, he's just on a run right now. Male manager here is Phil Vibert. So Phil Vibert's on an exclusive handshake deal with Dave, so I won't be looking to sign him, unfortunately, or I would like include him as part of our what's it called? Our storyline with Dave. Francis Long, our new referee, is referee of the year. So that's the annual awards. Nothing really stateside that we picked up on. So let's go over our end of year awards. We'll look over SWS year end awards, and then we'll go over some popularity, finances, and all that stuff. I guess I should make a list of all the bonuses I had to give out and see how much money we gave away in bonuses to keep our locker room happy. Eric Tyler won match of the male wrestler of the year. Makes sense. He definitely had more match. I think recorded 14 matches compared to um, his 19, and that makes sense. I would definitely say Eric Tyler's MVP for us. Our tag team of the year is the Vessies, of course. It'd be interesting. 98 is going to be the year for what's interesting for that because we're going to have the All Pro duo potentially in full swing if I keep them together, or if not. The Vessies, we have Dusty and Sid Streets. Um, there's like two other teams that I just can't think. BLZ and Travis Century, I'll make a team as well. I thought this one was interesting. Tommy Cornell had 10 matches exactly for us, but Paul Steadyfast won Male Young Wrestler of the Year. And if you look at 58 average rating over 22 matches, right? 58 over 22. I don't remember if I have anything hotkeyed, so I don't want to type. I think I have like stop record as M, so I can't type Tom. And then if you look at Tommy Cornell, he has 10 matches for us, but 68 rating. So Paul Steadyfast's 22 matches with a 10 lower rating outranks Tommy's or 12 less matches with a higher rating. So that's interesting. But Paul Steadyfast is our Young Wrestler of the Year. Veteran Wrestler of the Year is Ripcord, of course. Match of the Year, Sam Strong versus Ripcord. I think we already know Match of the Year 98. Maybe Ripcord Sid Streets will beat that. Card of the Year is Total Mayhem, of course. Coach Dick is Male Manager of the Year. Karen Keller is the only female manager. I'm going to add a female manager to continue my melodramatic, will they, won't they relationship kind of drama that we like using as like a way to book. I feel like there's a lot of potential guys that I could utilize. Liberty, Jack Bruce. Womanizer Robbie Gordon is actually off his hiatus, so I'm contemplating talking him out of retirement to then utilize him. But maybe our commentator of the year, that's probably going to stay the same. I'm not going to change that too much. All right, so that's the awards. We'll look over to size real quick. So we're up 16, or yeah, 16 in our core areas here. 16, 9 in New England, 15, 16, 17, 16. 14, 14. Huge year. The game world was pretty strong throughout. Now we're back down, so these do have a decent impact on the game world. Sorry, Mike just peaked. I don't know why. Um, so I'm glad we got to ace when we did for the game world now to like kind of take a step back and we can just kind of, especially with us potentially turning a profit here pretty soon. Um, Let me see here. All right. I'm going to pause it. We're going to go over to finances, but I'm interested in going over bonuses over the past year. So give me a second. I'll be right back to you. All right, I'm back. All right, I'll give you guys a second. I'm gonna set the over under at $10 million in bonuses. We went ahead and did 9.98 million dollars in bonuses. Now, a lot of that is you got to think Sam Strong. Um, he had 11 matches, and then probably he appeared probably 4 times each match. So probably like 30 to 40 times plus times 150. So about a third of that went to Sam Strong, to be honest. But that's how much bonuses we gave out in the previous calendar year. Now, I will say, since I eliminated head of talent relations and I just took over that role as like myself, I went ahead and we'll say, let's look at the bonuses again. Sometimes there's so many numbers, it's hard to look at. If you look, it has gone down, um, especially since like I went out of it. And this is same strong appearances, I believe. Well, no, he was only in 2 shows, so 300. That makes sense. And pay-per-view bonuses. We got a Sid Streets gets pay-per-view bonus, and so does Ripcord. So media-wise, this is to get out of our media deal where we were paying the 25,000, and at first we were paying Canada to take us as well. Um, so we will no longer have to pay anything in media. So we're saving 100,000 every month. It's huge. We started at 50 million, and we're down to 30. So we went down 20 million last year overall. It's pretty crazy spending. So this year's a make break year because if we get down 20 million this year, I'm not gonna be able to do like the signings I want to sign, and I won't be able to what's it called. Well, we'll continue, but like it's gonna really gonna have it like Sam Strong's gonna only appear like 5 times a year if we don't like turn a profit this year. I think if we're not turning a profit by end of the year, this company might not live. I think that's a fair assessment of the finances. Um, we do have great production costs and all that. Like we pretty much have everything maxed out. I haven't changed this at all, nor am I going to. Just don't really have a reason to. And we can't now with Ace, so we'll have to see what happens with the money. All right, I think it covers the finances as much as we can. I guess another way if I get worried about finances is I'm probably gonna change the back to like a cheap. If we're at 65 and we're here at $12, 14, 18. So we're eliminating a third of our potential profit off ticket sales with our TV shows. Um, I think we are going to go to a normal by Total Mayhem, but we're going to set it to cheap now just because we're on TV. We want to fill out the arenas as much as we can, and then we'll get a normal as we get closer to big. Yeah, so we'll put that in effect right now. We don't have any developmental. We haven't had any promises yet of anybody offering to put over someone else. I feel like that was more common in TEW 2020. I've had a long-term save with PSW where it's a big size company. I got it to big size. I might do like a series of like shorts of like reviewing my homecoming, my like WrestleMania for PSW year to year. I think that would be a cool way just to showcase my previous save. I've been all in on this save, as you can imagine, but nonetheless, we'll look at our total 100s. So, okay, yeah, our previous show was our best show. Total Mayhem was our best show. What sucks is like I can't just click on this show and it pull results, but Total Mayhem being our best show with a lot of good TV shows and Psycho Circus. A lot of our pay-per-views at besides Total Mayhem were at the 82, 81, 80, which is completely fine. Matches, we'll just go over the top 10. Sam Strong vs. Ripcord, that's expected. Dusty Streets and Eric Tyler having such a great match surprised me. I just didn't think Dusty Streets would really be able to pull it off. I thought he'd be like 80s, 82, 83, like low 70s to like low 80s like range. But I really credit Eric Tyler for that. Eric Tyler again versus Brian Vesey. Our tag title change with the All Pro duo cheating to defeat all the Vesey brothers. Eric Tyler carrying Rico Santana. They have great chemistry. Um, Unfortunately, Rico being hurt, it's going to 2 months. We're gonna have to be out without him. But I definitely think he's going to be someone who's going to get a little bit of a showcase maybe, and I can find his character more and find a way to push him more. Steve Flash's second match was one of our top 10 matches of last year, losing the Ripcord in the tournament finals or the tournament semifinals. Eric Tyler and Liberty. Eric Tyler, that was a title match actually. Eric Tyler defeating Liberty to retain the international title. Thanks to Romeo's help. Eric Tyler defeating Cowboy Ricky Dale. This is the Total Mayhem Go Home show. This is actually the show that was the first time we beat SWF. This is the main event. Ripcord defeating Jeb Langley. I was kind of hoping for a better rating there, but as we'll go over Jeb, his in-ring skills are kind of mid. Ripcord defeating Cowboy. That was in the build-up to Ripcord versus Sam Strong. We kind of moved Cowboy away from the alliance with Sam Strong. So I don't know if we noticed that, but like I'll like have somebody link themselves to Sam Strong, get over, and then kind of pull away from that a little bit. We've done it with Cowboy. We've done it with Jeb a little bit. We've done it with Troy Tornado. I don't Liberty. I don't really know if there's a clear cut attendance one or attendance a clear cut thing there, but nonetheless. Buy rates. I feel like Total Mayhem should have been given it to, but yeah, if you look at our rating, our show rating, pay-per-view ratings, 70 to 82, besides Total Mayhem. My prediction, Mouse in Wonderland will be north of 85. If I had to tell you right now, I'm expecting Mouse in Wonderland. Sid Streets versus Ripcord is going to be a 90 plus rated match, 88 to 90, 95 rated match. TV ratings, viewerships, we already exceeded this viewership multiple times over with the debut and Ace. Titles, and then, we'll go over popularities and skills. So this long show, nothing really, if you don't watch it, I'm not going to be all that upset. We have the Vessies as our debut champion, losing to RP Jr. Jesse Christian. I'm really enjoying this feud. I hope I'm not like dragging out from like the viewership perspective. I feel like the Jesse Christian being recruited and then the tease of Monty Walker and RP Jr. feud to then link into Jesse Christian's now aligned with RP Jr. So will he stay true to that? Will he move away? I'm not sure yet. But I hope for a viewership perspective, it's not annoying or like I'm dragging it out because I feel like it's been fun to book. To be honest, it's probably one of the most fun angles I had booking in TEW in quite a while. Sam Strong losing the Ripcord. Sam Strong only had 2 title defenses in 200 days. Ah man, Roman Reigns, is that you? Yeah, I mean pretty solid here. Nothing of note. Um, I guess something I can talk about eventually is like original plans, or it wasn't plans, but it was ideas. So Sam Strong potentially was going to hold the title through Total Mayhem 98 and drop a title in summer of 98 to a heel. That could have been Dread if we signed him. That could have been BLZ Bub. Could have been Bruce the Giant. But it could have been that continuation of like the babyface champion dropping to Monster heel And then I don't know if I would have had Sam Stronger gain it, or if I would have Liberty gain it, or turn Ripcord and him gain it. But there was a potential, very realistic potential, that Ripcord never would have been champion if he didn't get this title reign. So I felt like it was right to give Ripcord our, like, it's kind of like Tony Khan starting Chris Jericho off as the AEW champion. Is like, you just want him as like your, well, obviously, and also Jericho is like still good. Then he's fine now. People are just too harsh on him. Nonetheless, um, I felt like to give Ripcord his due. Eric Tyler, I felt like he earned to be our first champion, and Liberty being our second champion made sense to give him a chance, a run with some gold. So the hardcore title, we went from Charlie Homicide to Frankie Future. Um, I like the way the title looks, like it's clean on one side, not clean on another. Yeah, Frankie, I'm very interested to see how he and Nemesis do when they eventually have their match. Um, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it a wild brawl or a hardcore match. I might have to experiment with Frankie a little bit and to see what gets a better rating, as I feel like that should be a good rated match, but I'm not sure. And then our title that changed hands the most and defended the most is the Cruiserweight title, which makes sense. Dark Eagle, pretty good title reign. That should have been Mr. Lucha, but he hates America, um, and refused to stay. Jack Bruce then winning the title was fun, and Electrico. Um, I think his reign will be alright, but I don't want to talk too much about it because we're still ongoing. The creative end, quickly, nothing new there. These are all much of the same as, well, Nemesis being a good talker, Nemesis being a showstopper and ring general. That's interesting. Any new hidden gems? I don't think so. All right, so here we'll go over it by perception. Just that way, if you're like interested in anybody in particular, I feel like it's going to be the top guys that you're going to want to know. What I'll do is I'm going to go over skills of everyone, or no, I'm going to go over popularity of everyone, and then we'll go over skills after, just because I feel like popularity is more interesting. So BLZ his popularity really surprised me, where 33 to 73 plus 40, and the way I only had him lose twice, I think. Once. He only lost to Sam Strong. But really, the matches versus the Blazing Flames are really what got him over. If you look from September to now, he went up 11 because he was kind of stuck here. The stuff with Dusty Streets got him over pretty well quickly. Um, like you look at Total Mayhem, he defeated Dusty Streets, and then he won again to end the feud. But he was like this 55, 50, and then Blazing Flames, bam, Blazing Flames 2, and then he's been pretty stagnant. Not stagnant. He's been, yeah, pretty good. Fair. I'm hoping like he doesn't hit a popularity cap at like 73 or something. That'd be pretty disappointing. Yes, this character, finding his character has been fun. A little bit of a challenge. Oh, sorry about that. Mic peeking there. Wind kind of just blew in from the window. Dusty Streets, I didn't expect him to maintain the popularity that he has. I felt like signing his brother has given him new life in my eyes as booking him. So I definitely expect him to be around a lot more longer than originally anticipated. Our MVP, Eric Tyler, doubled his popularity pretty much across the board. Again, if his popularity cap is 70, I'm gonna be absolutely devastated because he should be in upper 80s, 90s. Like he should be an absolute like Hall of Immortals type guy. Larry Vesey, he should be, yeah, like a slow, steady growth, just thanks to the great matches he had. I'm gonna be interested to look at his skills with his brothers, see if either of them have developed mic skills stealthily over the past year, because then that could be a fun way to utilize them more going forward. Liberty. So Liberty with Ripcord, that was the start of something. I hope. So hopefully we can get him as popular as we possibly can, as quick as we can, or I'm gonna have to change plans. But yeah, his popularity pretty much been He's another one. A guy we're gonna have to look at pretty quickly is Remy Heartthrob, and look at his matches and look at the amount of people he's gotten over. I would credit Romeo for helping to get Liberty a little bit more over than expected. RP Jr., his heel turn, him getting great chemistry with Jesse Christian, absolutely gave new life to him. Because originally, what was going to happen is RP Jr. is going to turn on the Vessies, cost them the titles. The Demons of Rage were going to be our champions. Demons of Rage were going to face the Sid and Dusty Streets at Total Mayhem, losing the titles to them. And RP Jr. would have teamed with Untouchables versus the Vessies, Monty Walker and Jesse Christian, or he'd just face Brian Vesey or something. Um, but with him having good chemistry with Jesse Christian, it's given me the gaslighting character of like just an absolute jerk to everybody, but he's like nice to his partner, but kind of can come the gaslighty side can come out a little bit. So definitely has lasted a lot more and will last a lot more than I originally thought. Yet Ripcord maintained his popularity, pretty much went down one in one area, two areas, but not that upset. Definitely going to be interested to see how he maintains. Same strong, pretty much staying strong. No pun intended. Nothing to note there. And then Sid Streets, I feel like 81 might be a popularity cap for him, considering the win versus Eric Tyler, even though Eric Tyler's not more popular. I wouldn't expect him to get the popularity point, but I wouldn't be surprised if 81 is a popularity cap for Sid, which is fine. Um, and the popularity caps are definitely something that I am cognizant of, as I have a character in my PSW save, in my 10-year PSW save. He is at a 73 popularity cap, and he easily, like the way I was booking him, he could have been 90s of the fun I was have booking him. So we'll go over Brian Vesey. Brian Vesey should be another one, pretty slow, steady increase as he's just been stud in ring. He's gonna get more singles matches this year. I'm not gonna break up him and his brother, but just to kind of showcase that, like the Booker T and Harlem Heat kind of thing, where they were still a tag team, but Booker would still have singles matches. I hope to do that. So Charlie Homicide being the hardcore champion. Um, Honestly, I didn't expect his popularity to get over the way it did, and like he went plus 10 in a lot of areas. I don't even really remember who he beat, who's more popular than him to lead to that. I guess it was the Blazing Flames. I guess it was just Teddy. Yeah, pretty much beating Teddy, and then RP Jr. gave him a little bit of credibility to maintain his popularity. The Demons should be. They kind of been tricky, where I got them over pretty quickly, but then I didn't pull the trigger on the tag titles. Like they were gonna win the tag titles with RP Jr. turning heel, but thanks to his alliance with Jesse Christian, like I said, so I gotta figure out how to utilize them because we'll just go over Demon Spite now. Um, because I mean mid 50s, like, but 30 and 40, I feel like their longevity won't be as much as others. I kind of want to get some tag title run, but I'm not sure how or when. But eventually, um, Ripcord's rejected protege, Frankie Future, absolute stud. He really, once we got him away, which was right here from Ripcord, look at the growth from stuck at 30, like 27 to 36 from May to September. That's 5 months, then, or 4 months. And then from the last 4 months, 46 to 53. Well, I guess I guess honestly, 36 to 53. So it was like a rocket ship, like pretty much like the Ripcord feud is a launching point in a way I didn't anticipate, where it got him over afterwards, not during. The Blazing Flames, some of the most MVPs I would say are Teddy and Joey for putting over so many people. They haven't given me problems. I have never really had to give them that much of a bonus, only 45,000, but they, along with Remy and Heartthrob, are responsible for so many of our people getting over, and he only lost 6 times. Teddy lost more than Joey, but Brent Hill winning here. The Demons, um, let's see, Demons, Beelzebub, Travis Sentry, Beelzebub, Travis Sentry, and then yeah, so very much appreciative of them. Nemesis, he's not our one of our guys, so we don't really have to go over him too much. He was getting jobbed up by SWF pretty hardcore though. But that's good. His popularity didn't take a cap. Rico Santana, I think it was just fortunate to be in a position like of just like I needed a guy, so kind of just lucked into him. I need to find more use of his character. Um, but yeah, he pretty much is kind of slow, steady build where I'm looking to see. Honestly, I think it was just defeating the Black Serpent Cult, Cobra and Viper, another two guys that we kind of use as a launching point for a lot of people. I'm very, very pleased with Rico Santana's popularity growth over the past year. Well known, recognizable, and then we'll get out here. Barry Bowen, his popularity easy once the Syndicate, the Runaway Train. Excited to see what turns up with him in the long term. Big Trouble, his popularity really hasn't changed much at all. Period. Glad we brought him in when we did. Brent Hill, I think he's another one. So his match with Liberty next week, hopefully he can get over in a way that he hasn't before. Because I feel like he's been at this point forever, and I really want to see him get to like I want him to be at like the 55, 60 range ASAP. And I feel like if Tommy Cornell was in his position, he would be soon. As Tommy Cornell is at 47 popularity. Cowboy, so we kind of were pushing Cowboy, and then since August, his position in card was like satisfied. So then I was able to kind of pull him back a little bit. I think what happened is Sid Streets came in and took that upper mid card spot, like that upper mid card babyface spot, and I kept Cowboy in the mid card babyface spot, so I could utilize him to get more people over. Damien Carville, the same thing, like pretty much since August September. Like we got him to this point, and then kind of took the gas pedal off the gas a little bit, which is fine. He will come and go as we can. Dark Eagle, I think he was just fortunate to be the best luchador available after Mr. Lucha left, and I'm excited to eventually turn him heel and to figure out how to do that. Just because he's an amazing heel, so his in-ring performances are in his 70s. As a babyface when he's an amazing heel, I imagine it's gonna be better. Electrico or Cruiserweight Champion, yeah, pretty much around here. September, I noticed. So you can see like there was like a group batch of guys where they were getting pushed like here, and then there's a batch of guys getting pushed here, and then there's a batch of guys getting pushed here. So like it was like 5, 4, and 4, kind of. That's interesting way of like I just added 2 months, but pretty much January, February, March, April, May. I'd say there's a batch of guys who got pushed together. Then June, July, August, September, there's a batch of guys who got pushed together. Well, and then September, October, November, December, Jan, and now. But like, yeah, I would say that's a way I would break it up. If you'd want, I can just. I hope that doesn't show anything. It doesn't. All right, that's cool. But if you want to look at it like this, it will. All right, so let's go ahead and it will go like let's go white. I'd say like here and then like here. Oh shoot, what a straight line that is. Like here, and this doesn't count yet. I feel like this is way like people like blocks were booked like not pushed, not pushed, pushed for Electrico. So it'll be interesting to see who's this first quarter getting pushed. Is it much of the same? Is it I think it's gonna be much of the same. Of like Brent Hill's gonna get pushed. It's gonna be Liberty's gonna get pushed. Cowboy, maybe, but like I think that's like what's going to be fun now is like the way it's been blocked up. And that's not intentional. It's just the 50-50 booking nature of the structure. Jack Bruce, once he became um, eligible to join the cruiserweights, seeing to feel like another one, not much, not much. And then April, he was one. First 3 months, not much. Then April and May, he got booked. Then not much. Then August, he's been featured pretty healthily since April, though, for being honest. Jason Jackson, yeah, his popularity was pretty much he took a step back, was 23, and then started to get behind a little bit. I just need to find like a character for him to get him over. Jeb Langley, hopefully 75 is not a pop cap for him, as I feel like he has a lot of room to grow as a character, and with his potential tag team with Troy Tornado down the line, might be an absolute stud tag team for us. Um, yeah, I mean his in-ring skills aren't great, but his mic skills are, so definitely has led to fun character. Jesse Christian joined the company in June, and look at that rise. I mean, such a quick, steady rise that I don't even know. What he only lost what one match? Yeah, he's in PPW before us, but yeah, he's only lost one match, which is was it for what was it? Who beat him? It was a pay-per-view. It was Charlie Homicide for the hardcore title. That's right. Which I'm glad like we don't have an undefeated streak going, because then that's not part of his character. It's not a Goldberg thing. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see how he develops, and he's a character that I don't think's actual in Seaver's lore beyond the TEW 97 mod or the Seaver's 97 mod. But I feel like he's gonna be part of our company history as our second ever champion. Monty Walker, and thanks and to returning when he did, he was out from like February to August or to July. He came back right away with good chemistry with Jesse Christian, which coincided with me wanting to add Jesse Christian All Star team to then turn RP Junior. Kind of profit off that. Unfortunately, his resilience is so bad, it's going to eventually lead him to being hurt, and that's going to be devastating. But hopefully, it's not a big deal. Robert Oxford's a guy that we push just to get over as much as we can until it was time to take the foot off the gas, and he's going to be at that like point forever, hopefully, where solid, good popularity. Well, maybe we get in like 60s, but like long term, but like keep him like 50 to 65 range, no more, no less. Uh, Romeo, Romeo, oh, where art thou, my Romeo? A little Shakespeare for you guys, but cause I mean 8 losses, but look at these 8 losses. He lost to Liberty twice, Troy Tornado, Dusty Streets, Sid Streets, Electrico, Jason Jackson, but like the big one, Liberty and Troy. Dusty doesn't count. Electrico, Jason Jackson. That's 4 guys that he helps get over. And then there's the angles, and he's just solid all around. Teddy's another one who lost. I think he lost more than his brother. He lost some singles matches like Ripcord. I think did Brent no, Brent Hill pinned him. Charlie Homicide beat him, but he was like the fall guy between the brothers because he's the older brother. So I felt more comfortable having him lose just because he's older, so he's going to be hit decline faster. Danger Kid, definitely a guy who's going to get a little more of a push here as we go. It's just, once we like straight, like just kind of steady build, and then once we got him to where I want him, which was pretty quickly, he's been there. So like, we got him like April, like leading into Total Mayhem, got him that popularity point, and then he's kind of just stuck around. Um, so definitely a guy who can get behind. Tommy Cornell joined the company, I think right here, and then his popularity gain has been easy peasy. Um, so I'm interested to see how he develops over the next year. Troy Tornado, I brought him in originally to be Damien Carville's number 2. Like he was going to come in team to like beat Damien Carville with Sam Strong's help, but then it was going to lead to Damien Carville eventually like convincing Troy to join up with him. But we kind of fell into like this Bugs Bunny smart ass babyface character, and it's been fun, easy to book. Um, and then we'll go to unimportant. Alex Braun, another guy we got over, not much. We gave him like one big win, and then it's been 50-50 ever since. Cobra and Viper, they probably are the biggest losers so far. Actually, that's a lie. They're not. The biggest losers probably are Warren Young and Damon Carruthers. And those two tag teams pretty much just, they're on the back nine of their career, using to get over new people. Danny Rushmore is a guy I just signed. I'm gonna sign him for an exclusive deal here, and then he's gonna have house shows. So then he'll get better as we go. But yeah, he's just been a solid act for us. Definitely a guy that I can utilize a little bit more and better. Flapjack has been kind of up and down in popularity or trending down, but thanks to like the Ball and Skull, I swear that's the name from the Power Rangers. Connection, I feel like it's been fun to character to book him, even though his momentum is crap. Golden Fox is another guy we kind of utilize to get people over, but one or two wins and he's right back to where he was before. It's just much of the same there. Grunt and Stink, their popularity isn't going to be much different than what it was when we started, just because it's been. I don't think they want a match. For being completely honest here, I don't think they want a match. 97. HG. Yep, they did not want a single match. Maybe we'll make that part of the storyline for Grunt and Stink. Jimmy Power, he's another guy we kind of just used to lose the people. Probably not going to re-sign him when his deal is up. He did win one match with Peter Valentine in the pre-show. Joel, he's just getting popularity gains pretty much mostly from managing Eric Tyler. I definitely want to see one of these guys between Joel, Paul, and Robert to like gain personality or to have something for me to attach to than to push. Lance Anderson, he's the guy who capitalized most off Mr. Lucha's departure. Whereas like, all right, well if I can Mr. Lucha versus Dark Eagle, I need to give Dark Eagle a heel, and I didn't want it to be Alex Braun, knowing that Alex Braun's gonna be the first challenger, and he's a CZCW booker, so it would have been a better match. But for the lore of the company, I didn't want to have someone I can't control be like in such a pivotal match. And oh my god, I'm talking so much. Yeah, Paul Steadyfast definitely got behind him after um, Total Mayhem, where he cost RP Jr. the match to give him the main event, and then as soon as he lost the main event to RP Jr., kind of took the gas off the brake or foot off the gas with him. Peter Valentine, he's getting a push this year. Love it, hate it. It's inevitable. I feel like I have to kind of respect the C-verse lore of him and Sam Strong being best friends. Richard Blood, definitely a guy who I feel like he should be higher, but he just is gaining one or two instead of like three, four, five, and like wins, and that's fine. It's just gonna be a slow, steady build with him. Steve Flash, new to the company. Um, it was a 24. Then we gave him the big Fatal 4-Way win, and then a lost ripcord, and then he just lost to what's his name? Damien. So pretty basic there. Travis Entry, a lot of this has been thanks to managing Beelzebub, and then the two wins versus the Blazing Flames took him from 29 to or from 23 to 36, which that's just being Beelzebub's partner. All right, so to skills, we'll go over Travis Entry as he is on house shows. Pretty solid gains across the board. Psychologies went up. His mic skills went up. So does his charisma. His charisma's went up 5. That's pretty good. 66 is the point that for charisma that matters. Um, that's pretty good. Steve Flash. I don't think he's on house shows. He is on house shows. See if he's gone up. His brawling has went up. Everything's been going up for him. So yeah, he's a stud. Psychology's been going up. His mic skills are going up. Damn, plus 15. All right, Steve. All right. Maybe Steve Flash can get a little bit of personality, and not just be a do-gooder, babyface. That'd be great. Richard Blood. Um, yeah, I mean, much to be seen with him. Um, Slow, steady increase, +5 in all of these, pretty much. Huge. I want to see him at that 75 selling point. That would be very nice. Peter Valentine. He's been all right. I'm happy with that. Um, that's what I'm really hoping to give him a little bit of a push this year. So then at 99, he's serviceable. He's never gonna be a main eventer. Like he's like one of the first ever international champions. Like he's top five international champion. Like first five. He's not gonna be for us. I can assure you that. But we'll give him a little bit of push. As I do have a plan with him to be a champion, just not yet. Yeah, I mean he's gaining points here. His selling doubled. If you go at his low point, pretty solid, pretty solid. Paul steady fast. Like his end ring skills aren't that great, but I'm hoping, yeah, maybe if I tag him, team him more with the fellow untouchables, they'll get better because Joel and Robert are better than him. Hoping performance skills get better. Yeah, I mean nothing really sticks out here. A lot of with Paul. Lance Henderson, he's just solid. Like again, my skills getting better. Just everybody's getting like better. It seems like five over the past year for my skills is like, getting better. There's no one guy who's been like absolutely zero to hero so far. 9 here. All right. +9, but that might not be +9. I don't know. Well, no, I would assume it's +9. I guess the range wouldn't change like that. And then okay, Joel's pretty damn good in the ring. Happy with that. Grunt and Stink will go over quickly. Hardcore +7. It's huge because I really want them in the hardcore division. And if either of them can develop mic skills, that'd be huge. Just so that way I can +8. Have them do angles. I kind of had the idea for them to do like the Dudley Boy stick, but like the table thing, but not really. Danny Rushmore, he's not on a house show deal yet, so his improvements are only gonna be marginal. I mean, +7 here without being in house shows is pretty huge. Alex Braun's with CZCW and us, so he like there's a weird thing if like the AI's booking a guy and we're booking a guy, his abilities do go up pretty decently. I've noticed that. I had Zomboy, and he got better when he was at IPW. Barry Bowen, I don't know if he's on house shows or not. Pretty solid across the board. Nothing in that there. We're not going to get big trouble. Brent Hill has been with us for a minute. Yeah, I mean, pretty damn good in the ring. His psychology's getting there. His mic skills are getting better. Can develop, get that personality going, and then that would be huge. So then we can have him be the opposite of Tommy Cornell, which I guess we'll go here while we're here. Tommy Cornell's the GOAT. He's what the whole entire C-verse is about, and I'm gonna respect that. Pretty good. Cowboy. I feel like Cowboy kinda like his brawling didn't really take off. +4, it's fine. Psychology went up a ton. Mic skills went up a decent amount, 5 again. Selling went up a little bit, it's fine. Carville's been with us for a minute. Like his primary skills, nothing really sticks out. Psychology's mid. Mic skills slowly getting better. +4, we'll take that. +7 in selling. So I'm looking at selling here. Safety, consistency, basics. All those are normally pretty basic, like normal. Dark Eagle. Yeah, I mean, great psychology. It's decent enough. Mike skills +7, +2 in selling. We don't really need to go over him. Electrico is probably the closest to zero to hero, going from 75 to 85 in star quality. I didn't tell him to gain any muscle mass or anything. He just did it. Like he got more muscular. I'm sorry, might be picking up wind. I'm hoping his selling continues to get better. Um, but it's been 3 months now, so maybe not. Maybe he's just at that 75 point. That'd be huge. Jack Bruce is probably one of our better guys all around once his psychology gets there. I think Jack Bruce by end of 99 will be a guy who should be in the main event, but will I have a main event? I'm not sure. I kind of have like a visual idea of what 2000 will be, and I think Jack Bruce will be in a prominent spot. Jason Jackson won't really need to go over. Jeb Langley. Yeah, I mean, +6, +7, +8, +4, +9. And then his basics, safety and consistency went up a ton, which is huge. Jesse Christian, +3 since June, which is pretty good. +6 in psychology. +3 for performance. And then his sellings went up a decent amount. +4. That's solid. Monty Walker. Can't we just make him tougher somehow? Or not tougher, like more resilient somehow? Usually we'll go reverse here. Selling, meh. His mic skills are meh, but maybe getting better. Well, it's +4, but getting better. Psychology's getting better. Just, yeah, getting better. Nothing to note there. Robert Oxford, shouldn't be. Okay, he's getting better. What if he's like a hardcore hero by end of like the save? He's like 90 hardcore. That'd be kind of hilarious that he's like the classic tag team guy. 90 psychology. He definitely becomes the road agent like he does in C vs. Lore. Um, his mic skills did not develop at all. That's funny. But his charisma and acting did. So he becomes an actor. Romeo is old. Yeah, Romeo is age appropriate. Danger Kid, don't really need to go over. We already went over Tommy. We'll go over Troy. So Troy, he is on house shows, so he should be getting better. Cool. But he's not. So like when I'm looking here, I think he signed with us full-time deal in June. Yeah. So, but he's not really improving that much. I wonder. Ah, that's on me. That's on me. Make Danger Kids, do Electrico. See, this is something that like on me. I didn't have Electrico, Danger Kid, or Troy Tornado on house shows, which is key to developing guys is for them to be on house shows. All right, let's go over these last ones quickly. I want to get this under an hour because that's too long. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Development personality. Um, Happy with that. Frankie boy. Uh, all right, +10, +10. All right, Frankie. Frankie, much like Jeb, is getting better in those key areas. None of those guys are, I guess, Rico. We can check quickly. Rico is pretty solid in the ring for pretty good rating with the not great abilities. Like, there's nothing here. Like, he's just average pretty much across the board, except his fundamentals are solid. And then we'll check Major Star. Blizzbub, Beelzebub. I kind of like the Tyson Bane name better. I just don't want to change it because we're already committed to it. I feel like I walked into it. All right, developing. Happy with that. Don't need to go over. I don't want to look over Eric Tyler just because he's so good. I don't want to be sad. Liberty, yeah, Liberty's getting pretty damn good. His selling's above that 75. His stamina went up. That's nice. All right, and we'll cut it off there. Liberty. I can do Larry quick. Even though 3 mic skills, he's a mic god now. But all right, yeah, Liberty. We got 55 minutes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's 97. I would say we definitely push people in spurts and definitely hope to continue. And I'm excited to see what happens in over 1998. Thanks for watching. If you fell asleep to this, I hope you're having sweet dreams because no way anybody watched this all the way through without passing out. So I'll talk to you guys next time.